Barrick is a partner in the Chicago office of Kirkland & Ellis, and you heard him earlier on the second panel. But aside from the fact that he's a brilliant lawyer with a strong practice in antitrust, what you don't know is that while lots of firms have lots of brilliant lawyers, what makes Barrick kind of special is his commitment and dedication to diversity efforts and the role he plays in pro bono work. He's a former recipient of his firm's pro bono award for that work. He's actively engaged in mentoring and nurturing younger people. And so it's a real delight to introduce you to Barrick Eccles, who's going to say a few words now.
Thank you very much, Sandra. On behalf of Kirkland & Ellis, I want to state that we are so pleased and honored to have been asked to participate in this conference, and we'd like to welcome you on behalf of the IILP and the Vance Center, and thank you for participating today and coming to this award ceremony and reception. Also would like to extend a special thanks and welcome again to the local forums across Latin America in 13 different countries who participated today via web stream. I can use my rusty Spanish. De nuevo, bienvenidos a los abogados de 13 países por América Latina que participaron y le agradecemos por acompañarnos en nuestra conferencia. I hope everybody found this to be a worthwhile effort and that it sparked some. Sorry, it's rusty. And that it sounds like it sparked some serious thought and great discussion, which is what is so important for us. What's interesting, I think, when we get these groups together is that as a profession, of lawyers, a noble profession where we stand up and represent the interests of others, that it takes us aback a little bit when we stop and realize that, gosh, as a whole, we've been a little bit behind, maybe even more than a little bit behind when it comes to gender diversity and inclusion. And it's groups like IILP and conferences like this, networking sessions like this, that help to require us to stop and take notice and to think about what are we doing right and what are we doing not so right and how can we do better. One of the things that I think is so important that probably all of you took away from the session today is just who better to be leaders in this type of effort than those corporate clients, those companies that are committing themselves to diversity and inclusion internally and who are willing to take that next step and say, we're going to put our money where our mouth is, and if you, outside law firm, want to work for us, you want to be our law firm service provider, then we want you to take diversity and inclusion seriously as well, and we're going to hold you accountable for it. And I just want to say thanks again to the companies, the corporations who have supported this effort and have stepped forward and participated today, including Philip Morris, GE, Walmart, Mondelez, and Honeywell. It's just so important that we have you to help steer the ship that we are, in some respects, passengers on. So I'll give a round of applause to them. I'm going to hand the podium over. We have a couple of these corporations who want to recognize and honor some of their law firm providers for the excellent work they've done over the past year or so with respect to their diversity initiatives. And so first, I'd like to invite to the stage from Walmart, Carmen Roman.
I would like to present Jennifer May Brass from Walmart Stores, who will be presenting this award.
Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, everyone. This has been a really great day for me. I was sharing with, I forget who I was talking to about just how much I've learned today, and we at Walmart Legal are pretty steeped in diversity and inclusion, and this has just been a really great day. I'll take a lot of thoughts and ideas back to the legal team. So thank you for hosting this, New York Bar Association. I want to start by telling you a little bit about Walmart's diversity and inclusion. As a retailer, Walmart clearly understands the business case for diversity and inclusion. We sell goods all over the world in many different cultures, and we understand that the more perspectives that we have at the table, the more we are able to understand our customers and our prospective customers' point of view and how we can meet them and how we can serve their needs. So you don't have to sell Walmart on diversity and inclusion. We just have to figure out how to do it. Diversity and inclusion also aligns with the greater Walmart culture. We strive for excellence, which is something our keynote speaker talked about today. We want to be the best at everything that we do, and we think that D&I makes us better. We strive to serve our customer, kind of as I've mentioned, and we believe in respect for the individual. We have a very strong belief around respect for the individual at Walmart, and we think that it gives us a competitive advantage, not only with our customers, but with our associates. And then finally, we strive to have great integrity at Walmart, and we believe that diversity and inclusion is part of that goal as well. Walmart Legal's department really leaned into diversity and inclusion, mostly starting with diversity, about 10 years ago under the leadership of Tom Mars. And at that time, we hired a section head whose primary job was to manage our outside counsel and to drive diversity goals with the outside counsel. So we've known for a long time at Walmart that when we put our money where our mouth is, we can change industries. And so that's what we set out to do 10 years ago. Our diversity and inclusion program focuses on 4 key areas. We look at our own in-house counsel, our own department, and we have a good track record there in the U.S. We look at outside counsel. We look at outside counsel spend. We look at the diversity, ethnicity, gender of and we have started looking at LGTB with our outside counsel, so the people who are billing us. We look at the hours and what are the demographics of the timekeepers. And then finally, we have strategic partnerships with organizations such as this and with schools so that we can focus on our pipeline. We have a diversity and an inclusion leadership council. I'm a member of that council. Carmen's a member of that council. And we're pretty active. And I work on the committee that I lead is very focused on our professional staff, not just our lawyers. It's about creating an environment for everybody to feel like they have a voice and a seat at the table. We believe that our scale allows us to be a leader and to make a difference in the legal industry, and that's been our experience to date. Beginning in 2005, we increased the number of, this is going to sound very low to you, the number of women and diverse attorneys who served as our relationship partners. And at that time, we had 40 relationship partners who were women and minorities. And at that time, whenever we made that change, we shifted about $60 million in legal spend, one-time shift. And we've grown since then. Today we have 200 female and diverse relationship partners with our outside counsel, and about $90 million in legal spend is controlled by those diverse and female relationship partners. We support our international counsel in their efforts to adopt these values and standards. We do not push this down to the markets because we believe that the markets understand how and what to drive in this space in their markets. Carmen's a leader, and Carmen has fought the good fight, I will say. She's in a market where there's a lot of change that can be had, and Carmen is leading in that area, and actually the program has been recognized for the leadership outside of Walmart, and we're very proud of what she's doing, and we're really proud that Walmart can be a part of that effort. Today we want to recognize a law firm that Carmen works with, the Farada Nime law firm, sorry y'all. And how many of y'all have heard another Southern accent today? Because I haven't. We want to recognize Farada Nime as they're very, very well known and highly respected in Chile. And they specialize in regulatory, corporate, and antitrust matters and do work for Walmart. One of the senior partners, Nicole Neme, has been chosen as the best Chilean female attorney for several years now, and we're proud to have our name associated with this firm. Ferrata defines diversity as acceptance and respect, followed by the understanding that each person is unique. I love that. It's so simple. It's easy to understand. You got to respect people, and you got to accept people, and you got to understand that everybody's different. That's really good. They strive to recognize, and this is on their website, they strive to recognize individual differences in the dimensions of ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, age, physical and psychological abilities, religious beliefs, political beliefs, or other ideologies. So they mean business. They're leaning into it, and we're really proud to work with them. Ferrata finds that they're able to attract and retain the best legal talent in Chile by ensuring they provide opportunities for all of their lawyers. And at our breakout session, we talked about the fact that, you know, this is good work that we're doing. It's the right thing to do, but we're not doing it because we're good people. We're doing this because there's a business imperative to do it. It makes us better. It makes the law firms better. It makes your clients better. You get better performance. And it's about often attracting the right talent. And it's about retaining the right talent once you get them to the table. You know, we had a little conversation about millennials as well, both in the larger session and in our breakout session. If you think that millennials are going to stick around 5 years from now in jobs where they think that they're not understood or there's no interest in understanding them, I don't think they will. Our experience at Walmart is they don't have to. We are going to be competing at Walmart for the best talent, and the competition's just going to get harder and harder. So the better environment we can create through diversity and inclusion efforts, the better company we'll be. I'll give you some more. I want to make sure that. Also, Ferrata creates transparency by making their diversity and inclusion policies available for everybody to see. And Carmen, I think that you said that it's on their website. That's really powerful. It lets people know what you stand for, and it sets a model. And I think we share, at Walmart US, we share our outside counsel guidelines with just about anybody that asks, whether it's a law firm or whether it's one of the markets. If they want to see our guidelines, we'll share them. And, you know, we think that if we can help be better and if we can get feedback on, have you thought about this, we want that. But I think that transparency is really helps move the needle with other groups. A couple of facts on Ferrata is they're the first and only law firm in Chile, and to our knowledge in Latin America, with gender equality among the partners, so there's 50-50, men and women. First law firm in Chile that proclaims itself LGBT friendly. Upon the firm's creation, the salary gap between men and women was addressed as a principle. It was just something they wanted to do right up front. They embrace people with special disabilities and specifically welcome them at this firm. They're the first law firm in Chile that subscribes to the gender parity initiative of the IDB and World Economic Forum. So again, they mean it, they lean in, and we could all learn something from them probably. Walmart is happy to take this opportunity to recognize Ferrata Neme for the important work they're doing to drive the D&I value in the legal profession in Chile. Please join us in appreciating their work.
Many thanks, Jennifer. Ferrata Neme couldn't be here today, but we recognize them with a big applause. Thank you.
And next we have from Philip Morris International 3 awards to present. I'd invite back to the stage Luisa Menezes and we changed people. It's Judy Hargrave and Tim.
Thank you for the introductions. So, as I briefly touched upon during the panel earlier, we have a program with our law firms. We started it in 2014. We have been working with our firms to, to help them to make progress on this very important topic. And so we are taking the opportunity to recognize the 3 firms that have made the most visible progress. So I would, here's my colleague Till Olbrich, who took over from me in Latin America. Therefore, I appreciate you to be here so that you can carry on the program going forward to the best of your ability.
I have to say, I feel a little bit like a fraud on this stage, because I did take over from Luisa last August, but in terms of this event and the program, you've been, the source of all the inspiration. And then it was thanks to all the Herculean efforts that Judy put in, that, I could just show up today.
Well, no, but we're very pleased that you're here.
Learned a lot and will carry on.
Very good. Thank you for that. Also, I don't know if, are the people still on from the different countries? They are. Yes. So I would like really to, leave a word here for all the wonderful colleagues that we have in all the affiliates of Philip Morris across Latin America and Canada. Without them, none of what we do would be possible. They have really been the voice and the low hands of Philip Morris in all the different countries, working with all the firms. One person can't do it all at all. And, I keep hearing that, I kind of pull it together, but it really was the team. It was a very, very big effort, a very, big team effort, and I really appreciate, and they really are the ones who work with all our, colleagues in the law firms on the day-to-day. So I really would like to leave a word to appreciate all the efforts they do. And so now we come to the award time. So I would like to call Patricia and Maria Inés, Cecilia, from Arval, O'Farrell, and Mayral to come over to the stage, since that was the firm that, within the construction of our program, made the most improvement in the last years with the program. They have really embraced innovative initiatives in regards to diversity and inclusion. So I would like them to come over while I kind of explain a little bit about the practices.
Make sure, like at the Oscars, we have the right name. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Cuidado.
We'll share.
Yes.
Great.
Oh, should we step somewhere, or we are
I don't know.
behind?
The photographer's there. She wants us before.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Funny.
Oh, I'll
You can
go.
make the podium go down, actually. If you push the button there.
Oh, wow.
Jana,
Technology.
Chan Chan.
you tell us when it's Sophie.
The sign.
The sign.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So while you're going down, I would just like to highlight one or two things for which, they were recognized here today. So Marval appointed a board of ad hoc partners, and they've put together a committee helped by outside consultants to deeply analyze the situation of female lawyers in the firm, and from there they put together an action plan to address the main aspects that came out of that survey. And that followed with putting together a permanent diversity committee in the firm, which continues to look after the diversity and inclusion matters in the firm, and they measure their progress against their action plan. So that was something that they've taken upon themselves and that they've done very well. They also have an annual mentoring program for lawyers, for people that join the firm, and also for female lawyers, which has proven to be very helpful to foster the topic and also to look after the careers of these female lawyers. So thank you very much for that. So our second award goes to Guyer and Regules. So if I have, is Corina still here? Yes.
Heavy.
It is heavy. I hope you have a good suitcase.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Wow.
It's heavy.
It is heavy.
What?
We can help
You
you.
got,
I can
yes,
help you.
yes.
Thank you.
very much. We feel
Thank
very
you
proud.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So send my regards to all your colleagues in Uruguay. So Guyer has really been a voice of diversity and inclusion in Uruguay. They've paired up with other firms. They've also worked with the Vance group. They've pulled conferences to discuss the topic. They have been very focused on, through their pro bono work, very focused on diversity and inclusion matters. They also have started a cycle of events that they call Guyer Entre Mujeres, where they invite females from different companies, local firms, international firms, and law firms to come all together and discuss topics and events, such as this one that we're having here today. So they've been really, working a lot and fostering a discussion in Uruguay about the topic, and then they walk the talk inside their own firm as well. So thank you very much for that. So the last and third, but not the least, we have still one more prize to give to another firm of ours, and this time it is Arias from Central America. So, I would like to call, who's here from Arias? Lilian, Carolina, and Roberta. I don't know if she's here. Yes. Siaska. Is Jorge didn't come, did he? No, okay. So I was, okay. So we have a female representation from Arias.
Lots of women.
Yes, yes. That's part of the reason why you're getting the prize. Thank you.
So who wants to hold the heavy? Roberta?
You here in the middle of...
No, it's okay.
Please, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
So, Harriers, the way how they came all here, only females, that's part of the reason why you get the prize. They have 44% of their partners are female in the law firm. And they don't rest upon that. They really work hard in regards to their recruitment policy, their retention policies. They've been having flex arrangements for many, many years now. They really do make sure that, people are included in the firm, that they can take, the time they need to be with their families, to attend to their, personal interests. And they've been an example, really, across the whole Central America. The people here come from El Salvador, but, they are across Central America and Panama, yes. Okay. So they are well represented here. Thank you very much for that. Also, they've been promoting roundtables in the firm to discuss matters of interest in regards to diversity and inclusion, and that has really proven to be, very efficient, as we can see in the numbers of the firm. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, in closing, just want to offer once again congratulations to all the law firms that have been recognized here today for providing such a good example and giving us thoughts on how we can take strides forward to make progress on diversity and inclusion. So congratulations. A couple of special thanks to Sandra Yamate from IILP and to Adriana Ospina from the Vance Center. They just put so much time and effort into putting this all together, and without their assistance, this never, ever would have come to be what it was. So thank you both so much. At this time, we'll close the ceremony. Want to thank you all for coming and participating and invite you to stick around for a bit, continue to network, meet one another, have some refreshments, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.